going to do here is glue up a bow on this form. Before doing any type of gluing or anything like this, what I like to do is get everything that I'm going to need together in one place and really at hand's reach, so that we're not hunting about for stuff later. So I have the form itself, which is secured to a workmate in the middle of the floor so we can get to both sides of it quite easily. We have some rope which we're going to use to lash the bow together. We've got some little wedges to hammer under the rope to give it that extra strength. We've got some clamps ready to go there, and on the table we have all of the pieces of the bow that we might need. We have the backing strip, which is a 3mm piece of hickory. We have the core of the bow. The handle section has been cut, and these little pieces here, they are to help with the gluing, and we also have some strips for the belly of the bow. Now, the other things that we're going to need is some glue. So we'll have some cascamite, we've got something to mix it in, we've got some water, and we've got some cling film. The cling film is important because you're going to get, the cascamite tends to come out of the bow when it's put under pressure, and we don't want to get it on the form because then it's going to make the form uneven over time for future bows. So to begin this whole operation, what I find is if we use a bit of cling film and put that over the entire length of the form, like so, and that'll just stop any glue from spilling and making a mess of the form. Put that over there. Now, the next thing that we'll want is to mix up the glue. So I have a pot to mix it in, we've got something to mix it with, and we've got some water. Now, I think in here we have a little measuring spoon. There it is. Now, the thing here, we want to get like the right amount of glue so we don't have to mix it again halfway through, you know. Normally find that 3 of those. This is, I believe, a tablespoon measure. So I've got 3 of them in there. What I'm going to do is put 4 spoonfuls of the cascamite in and then mix it together. So there's 1, 2, 3. The way I'm going to do, I'm going to actually glue this up on the form, just because it's going to be difficult to see on this table. So we can get rid of these things. I'll just stick that back on the cascamite. There it is. Now, the first thing is the backing strip. This is a piece of hickory. It's about 3mm thick. And I've got a centre mark on there, so I want to place that centrally on the form. Like so. Okay. Now I'm going to pour the cascamite onto it and just smooth it over, and then put the core of the bow on top of that. So here we go. I find the best way to do this again is just to pour it on, really. You don't want a fantastic amount because it does spread. So there we go. Now I'm going to spread that out with a spatula and just get all of that. That's looking pretty good. There. See if we've got any spots there. Okay. Now the core of the bow is just going to sit on there for now. I want to get that sort of in position and also central, like so. That's looking quite good. And now I'm going to put the handle section in, and I'm going to just give that a temporary clamp to keep it all in place before we put the backing strips on. So again, this wants a little bit of glue. Let's have a look. I think I'll pour this glue onto here. It's about right there, I think. Yeah. And again, we're going to spread that out. A little lump there from somewhere. Certainly don't want any lumps in there. I think that's just from the pot, from maybe not cleaned as well as it could have been earlier. There we go. That's looking good. Right, so we're going to put the handle on, just make sure I've got this the right way around, yes. So the handle's going on there. Now, as I say, this is just temporary. Then I'm going to clamp that on there, like that. Just so that we can then steady it and get it into place, you know. Right, we'll have that. Now I want to just make sure that that handle is sort of parallel with the rest of the bow this way. And that we've got a little bit of drop on either side so we can sand that into the handle later. That doesn't look too bad to me. It's good. So we're back to the Cascamite. Now this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this backing strip on what will be the belly of the bow, and that's going to bend into that handle section. Now this, which is the piece that I've cut out of the handle section, will help that a lot. If we can clamp that in there, it's going to pretty much sit, it's going to push that pretty much perfectly into position. Obviously we'll put more pressure on that with the rope, etc., but that's going to keep it there to start with. So we want a bit more of this on here. Okay, looking good. And a fair bit on the handle there. We want to make sure that it gets a lot of this, and it tends to run off there anyhow, so a good covering there is always a good thing. Now that glue there is looking good to me. So that's all covered, looking good. So I'm going to put this on here, like so. We're going to get a little bit more cling film. Just to put over the handle section here, because we don't want that wedge to stick to the handle. So we'll put a little bit of this on, just over the handle section like that, to stop it from sticking. And it's not that one, it's that one. Now again, this is a temporary clamp, just to sort of get everything in place, and we'll actually put some pressure on this later. That's sort of got that. Now I just want to straighten all this up, make sure it's all, and really make sure there's no pull on it one way or the other, you know, because this can twist the limb. So although we're putting a lot of pressure on it this way, we don't really want any sort of pressure on it this way at all. So straightening it up like this is well worth the time spent, because it will pay dividends later. Now I'm just going to put a little block on there, and I'm going to pull that end section down with another clamp. There you go. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I'm going to do the other side, and then we're going to get into lashing it up. Like that, that's good. Right, we've got the reflex in there well, the handle is sitting well in it. So at this point, what I'm going to do is start lashing it up with the rope. Put it round there, and then really it's just a matter of, I want to get some pressure on it, pull it up that way, a little bit of pressure around it, all the way down the length of the bow. Right, that's got it. I'm just going to tie this off, yeah? Right, now we go. Now the rope's on, it's fairly tight, and it's tied off. And do that again on this side here. And let's just back down the bow, down the length of the limb, either side. So far so good. We have a small hammer and the wedges. So I'm going to just knock them wedges under the string. Now, in doing that, a bit of care is required. We don't really want to hit the hickory with the hammer. That's going to leave marks in the hickory. So we want to be fairly careful with that as we're putting the wedges in. It's sometimes not essential to put a wedge under every loop. It just depends how the thing's going, I suppose. If it looks like there's discrepancies, by all means put one under every loop. But if you've got quite a good hold with just the rope itself, then the wedges are just going to help to secure that. There you go. And I'll start in this way on this far end. There it is. Another one under there. Another one in there. That might be better come the other way actually. It's always one. That's it. Now that's looking okay to me. That's looking pretty good. I'll do the same on this side, just to show you how that's actually working. There you go. That one's in there. Damn. There you go. I'll tell you what, we'll just have a close-up. Now all of that's looking quite good. So what I do with it at this point is I'll just go around it once more, just check, make absolutely sure that everything is as tight as we can possibly get it. And then we're going to set it up in the hotbox, which I've not put up yet, but I'll do that in a moment. This whole thing, this whole form will just lift out of the workmate, and that should fit straight into that space there. There it is. Looking good. So now I'm going to put the other side of the hotbox on, then I'll put the lid on, so to speak. And take that, stick it in there. That should put the lights on. And we'll take a quick look inside. But essentially it's going to sit in there for about 6 hours, and after 6 hours it should be okay. I'll take it out, we'll leave it, let it go off a little bit more, and then maybe in a day, 2 days time we'll start work on it, and it'll be a beautiful bow.